If you have questions about this recital, I'm going to answer them now. The recital is the 16th of November. It is a Studio Ghibli recital. And for some of my students, there are exceptions. They are playing songs of an anime style that are coming from anime sources, but not necessarily Ghibli. But that's reserved for students. For those of us that are submitting our videos, the deadline for submission is November 10th, which is a full 6 days before November 16th. And the reason being, when you submit, there are usually, every year we do this, complications considering the format in which you submit. Also, when you watch it and I upload it to the general video that we'll watch together on the 16th, maybe you will want to try it again. And I'll listen to it, and it's always good to give a submission before that date, so then I could give you some critique, I can give you some feedback, and then you can re-record. There's a lot of different things, and as you do these videos, you will find out just how much work it goes into making my videos and videos in general when you see them online. And no, they're not easy to make them sound good, clean, clear, to make them the quality. And some of you will find challenges in making it sound good. Now, with that said, you are allowed to give a submission on the 10th. I will watch it, and if it is good, it's good. You know, if you want it good, we both agree if it's good. If you want to do it again, there is that window between the 10th and the 16th to re-record it. Some of us are recording 2 piano parts, and there is an opportunity for you, for instance, to, let's say, listen to the piano part in your ear, and then I can put over the piano part to get a higher quality sound. And so you can do that. So this is a little trick we do. So if you're listening to the piano part, let's say you have it on your phone and you don't have a Bluetooth speaker, because sometimes you record and you can hear the piano part. Let's say you're playing out of your computer, you're recording from your computer, but the computer will not be able to record you. Finding a decent microphone and a decent camera are paramount. Now, a lot of us have these devices, these mobile devices, these phones that have really good cameras, but not so good microphones. And so, to drive this home, this is an iPhone Pro 13. Great camera, by the way, on this. Not as good as my DSLRs. This right here is a AKG C414 XLS. Excuse me, get it all wrong. The microphone in this is smaller than a pinhead. So, you see, you need to have if you want to invest in any money up until then, is to invest in some decent microphone. USB microphone, if you want to, everything's linked in my videos if you have questions about that. So having a good microphone that records your cello and having all sort of go to a device. And then you're going to think, well, how do you record? If you get a microphone, how are you going to get this to this on the same format? And that's the thing. You will have to use a computer because this will only use a microphone that's designed to be connected to the phone. Some of those exist. Most of them are crappy. Just telling you honestly. To get something of this quality, this is an XLR input. You can have USB inputs as well. Rode makes a couple pretty good ones. There's one from Rode that's called the Mini USB, which is nice. It's nothing like this. So I'm going to show you something else. Here are 2 microphones. This is a USB microphone, $60 at Best Buy, a Razer, which saved my life because it's going to be far better than what you have on your computer or any sort of device that you have, because you can direct it closely to your your cello. And this right here is an XLR input, just to give you an example of the quality difference of these two. Not expecting you to spend, 500 or something, but the more you spend on a bigger microphone, the better. Like, this is all casing, but this is a quality company, and this is just some Chinese brand that I got because I could do that. So what device you're using is it preferably a computer? What microphone you use is preferably a minimum a USB microphone. If you want this, you got to interface for that, an audio interface, and what program you're going to use to put this all together on your computer. Various computers, you have built-in players. So I am not a PC person, but I believe PC will have something that is a player of sorts. Whatever program you use on your PC that records, or excuse me, that plays movies and just videos, also strongly has a, I want to say Winamp, but I'm dating myself because I don't think Winamp exists anymore. But I know for a fact that PCs and Macintosh, the both, have a built-in to the OS system a player of videos, and you can then you can record videos from those video players. If you want a universal program, VLC is a universal program that's open source, and it's for both platforms. So VLC is one. When you record, it is super important. When you record in a universal format, which is not anything but MP4, MKV, those are preferred, MOV, but not AVI. I have Macintosh, and that's an Apple devices, iPads and iMacs and all I's and iPhones. So I won't be able to use a .avi file, which is the default file for various programs on the PC world. So I suggest recording the final format in MP4 or MKV, or preferably MOV. Now, for those of us that are recording with the piano player, an accompaniment of any choice you have, you need to place your microphone, so we're going to take this microphone here, in front of your cello as per, but also the Bluetooth speaker by which is playing the music from your accompaniment. This is absolutely essential. So you should place your Bluetooth speaker to the side of you, facing the direction of your microphone. So I have a microphone right here, so I'm not going to have to do that. And when you pick your cello up and you're playing, it is preferred that this comes as close to the same level of the F holes of your cello. That is preferred. Or a little bit behind you. It's okay if you want to get a little bit behind you so you can hear it too. Usually the pianos, when we're playing, are behind us or beside us. Now you can't have it to the side right here because the microphone will pick it up. You can't have it facing towards you because the microphone won't pick it up. Okay? So it's most ideal to have it here facing towards you. Of course, I would presume that you have a Bluetooth speaker at home. You notice how big this is. This has bass. Those tiny little ones don't have bass. And this is another thing. It wasn't a big thing back in the day, but people don't listen to music with bass anymore. You play a bass cello. You submit your recording. You are most likely going to want to do it again. That's why you have that 6-day window in between submission and then possibly re-recording it. A lot of things could go wrong. You could probably do a bunch of takes. So now let's talk about takes, okay? When I do my videos for my channel, I start recording, I hit everything on record. Everything's hot and live, and I record everything. I warm up, I get everything warmed up, and then I start recording. And then I keep it going recording. Now, I've been playing cello all my life, and to get a solid good take of something, it would take me, anywhere between, when I start counting takes, it takes me between by usually the ninth take, I have it. That's usually by the ninth take. Don't go to like 20, 30, 40 takes. That means you need to stop. You will tire yourself out. Don't record for more than an hour, The 45 minutes would be your maximum recording session time. There should be no reason to record longer than that. You'll just tire yourself out and try a different day. All right. There's going to be a lot of things you'll notice. You'll do the recording. You'll watch it. Maybe you don't like the way you look. That's another thing. Is you'll want maybe look at your face or something in the background. There's going to be a lot of little things you'll notice. You'll start to appreciate the quality of what I provide, because when you do it on your side, you're like, wow, there are so many things you have to control for when you're recording, and the least of your worries is your cello playing. So make sure you're well in practice in your part. You have listened over and over again with the piano accompaniment, if you're doing accompaniments. And if you're doing your part, make sure you have good lighting. Sometimes if you're using natural light, the light will come in and it will change it and your face will get dark. There's all these little details that happen. You want it to be as good as possible. So if you just want the most simple thing, like basic stuff, you pick up your phone, you get the recorder going, you put it in an area that you can use your selfie camera, but you're not even using the nice cameras on the back of the phone. So you should get a stand of some sort to use the back of the camera, back camera, and record off your phone. And that's going to be in a universal format, and you can send it directly from your phone in that way. That's the easiest. iPads do that, phones do that, tablets do that. For those of you who want to get a little more in depth, you can do that. Now, you can even play the video off of your phone, but can you? That's the thing. If you're using the accompaniment, you cannot record and play the video off the same device. You have to have then two devices playing that. So you're going to have to use your computer when it comes to that. Your microphone matters. What type of microphone you get. If you're using a computer, you get a USB microphone, this minimum USB microphone. One that's not built for voice or podcasting. I know it's important. But the Rode Mini USB is a really good one. If you want a whole all-in-one package, there is a Rode out there. Excuse me, there is a Zoom. Right, so in my videos, you will find a list of things that I recommend and here we have the devices I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about the Zoom, the two Zoom devices. This is one. This is called a Zoom 8N K Handy. This is pretty good. You can use even XLR microphones with this right here. This is an all-in-one. This could be everything. It can do everything for you. It's a push of a button sort of thing. If $399 isn't up to your a little too steep right now, then this is great. I have given this to a couple students of mine. These are fantastic. Couldn't be better. They're called the Zoom QN 4K. They're absolutely fantastic. They're nice and small. And it was literally a microphone that Zoom is a company from Japan, and it's not the online Skype clone. This Zoom has been making these microphones for a very long time, and they decided to put a camera on their microphone. And so that's the camera right here. And it's good. It functions as a webcam as well, so you can put it on a tripod if you so wish. But this is it right here. It's fantastic. My students use it. Little screen at the back, and it has buttons to help you. And it's everything recorded on onto a card. and then you can then submit that to me from the card. So essentially, that is the easiest, most easy way you can do, is to get yourself an actual video recording device with a decent microphone that you can adjust the levels and of that nature, and then records to a format that's great, and then you can submit that way. And you can also use that as a webcam, so for those of you who like to use take online lessons. So my students have this, and they use this for their webcam, and it can be attached to your computer as a USB camera and USB microphone. So those are the ones I recommend for that. Anything else I would recommend would be this one right here. I talked about the mini USB. This is the last one here. The last two. This is a mini USB, and so it looks like this. And it's small. Okay, it's basically what I have. You see the price. That's basically what I've had. Then you have NT USB, a little bit bigger, a little bit more. Right here. These are all made by Rode. And then you have the NT USB Plus, which I don't know what it is, but apparently it's something. But it looks like it maybe comes with extra stuff or not. I really don't know what that is. And then you have this right here. Avoid these microphones. These are built for voices. These are built for close-up speaking. You're not doing that side of microphone. You're not doing that. It won't work with this application. You need a very different type of microphone. So these microphones are the minimum of what you should get. Be kind to yourself. It's going to be as good as you can get it. Don't try to make it perfect. Just make it good enough. Make it sound good. Oh yeah, and smile. Just don't look like this. Don't look like you're just like you're there's an art to performing. There's an art to performing when you can, look like you're having a good time, when you're concentrating. That's an art as well. So I highly suggest that, I highly suggest that you put on a smiling face, look nice, make sure the animals are quiet, and get that take. And once you get that take, you'll know it. When you start playing, you'll know when it's that take. It will come and like, this is it. That's the one. That's the one. You know it. And so when it comes to this formula, so I talked about nine takes with me. Okay. I really don't have that anymore. What I have now, my rule is I record until I get to time where I say that was good. That was a good take. I don't know how long it takes usually. So like recently I did Ponyo, and I think it was the 5th or 6th take. I was like, that was good. That was decent. And then I do another take. And what I call the second take is, because I already have a good one, so I can do a second one now. So I can choose between the two of them. And then for fun, I do something called gravy. I do a third take just for fun. And I usually find that in the second or third take, it's usually the last take, I'm enjoying myself more, I'm smiling more, it is more enjoyable to listen to. I may have already thought that my first or second take was better, but it's my third take that is just more enjoyable to watch. So first take, say after it, that was good. Yes, that was good. Give yourself recognition. Second take, all right, that's a good second take. And then add the gravy, add the sauce. And during that sauce, you'll have more fun. The pressure's off. You already have 2 good takes. And you go back and watch all 3 of them. You really, that's the one. That's the one.